Rise and shine every Sunday morning from 10 a.m. to noon with DJ J, Miss Mello, and Lady D on The Outlet.
Yeah. All right, Jay. Thank you. We did a little switch up with the scenery here.
Definitely.
From cooks to brand ambassadors. Mello, you said that title when you described our special guest today. So I
did, right?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
That was your choice of words, which I was like, oh my gosh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more on why you felt like that was the right title for Shem the Dream, El Sueño, como se dice en español.
Man.
Ow.
I follow that. Okay. Yes, I can say it too though. No, but I said that because whenever I see a brand on social media or Instagram or anything like that catches my eye, and I'm like, I like that, and I see it progressing very fast, and people are buying and people are talking about it just amongst where I'm at, and everybody that's moving towards entrepreneurship and stuff like that. I look at them as brand ambassadors because they have put their brand forth and caught the eye of the average Joe or Jane, like myself, that are just, looking for something new.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you are able to put your brand together and catch the eye of everybody around you and grab followers and people buying it, and that's a brand ambassador.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we have Shem the Dream here today.
Yes.
Shem, if you want to just go ahead and give a little introductory to the people, kind of tell them where you're from, what you do.
Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and
All
clear.
right.
Speak a
You
little
got,
bit.
yeah, speak up a little bit.
I am from Allentown, born and raised.
Right here.
I grew up in the Acres.
Okay.
Project baby.
All
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Shout out to
Cumberland.
AP.
Yeah,
It's Cumberland.
just out here trying to live different, trying to make it, trying to brand and show my kids different. I have a 16-year-old, I have a 12-year-old, and I just want to show them different from what I grew up, and show them that the streets ain't it. Show them that welfare isn't it, the projects isn't it.
That's right.
We got to do better.
That's right.
And with me coming out with Sweat Life it's if you follow me on Instagram, you can see that I went from being 180 pounds to super skinny because I didn't know what I was doing. I just was like, hey, I just need to lose weight.
Yeah.
So I was super skinny, and then I figured out how to do it. And no, I am not a trainer. I think that's still in my bio.
I think a lot of people.
I get asked that all the
Yes.
time. I am not a trainer.
Scratch it
But
off my list.
my biggest thing was to be healthy.
Yeah.
And where I came up with Sweat Life is I want to live young for eternity. That's what life stands for.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Live
Life
young
is-
for eternity.
living
Yes.
young for eternity. LYFE. Because I want you to feel I want you to embrace yourself.
Yeah.
I want you to feel better than, like, if you're 50 years old, I want you to feel 30. If you're
That's
60 years old, I want you to feel 40.
Yeah.
Like, you're only as old as you feel, basically.
Yes.
I say that all the time to people because I bartend also. And I get, an older crowd that comes in, and like a gentleman said to me the other day, oh my God, I feel so old. I said, well, how old are you? He said 62. I said, you look 35, like, no lie.
Yeah.
He looked 35. Like,
That's
skin
right.
was glowing. All his hair, I didn't see not one gray hair. I
Wow.
said, honey, you're only as old as you feel.
Yeah.
He said, well, I don't feel old. I said, well, you're not old. And
Exactly. Dude,
Yeah.
you're 35.
I said, you're 35.
Yeah.
You're living young for
Yeah.
eternity.
I
You
plan
know?
on doing that.
Yeah.
That's
Me
great.
too.
Yeah.
And then what a lot of people don't know is I started branding Lyfe, just LYFE, and
Okay.
not Sweat Life.
When we were doing our research, we seen that. I was like, I think Lyfe is her brand, and then everything else is an entity of.
Yeah. This is good right here.
They want to hear you.
So
trying to
if
hear.
you notice that I've started branding Lyfe, LYFE, with a black heart.
I saw that.
If my old followers, if you look back and you remember when I did the magazines and you see how many tattoos I have, I have like 35 tattoos.
You can keep count still?
I think it's about
Yeah, usually
35.
when they get over like 50, I'm like, how many you have? They're like,
Yeah, it's roughly 35.
Wow.
What a lot of people don't know is people turn to drugs, they turn to alcohol, they turn to tattoos, as myself, because of a dark place they've been in. So for me to come from that dark place, growing up and being in bad relationships and bad friendships and just having negative vibes around you,
Yes.
that's what that black heart represents. But I want that black heart to represent life also. I want you to come from that black heart and represent living young for eternity. I want you to feel the good energy, the positive vibes,
Yeah.
and embrace it.
Yeah.
If somebody's being negative around me, all right, cool. You have a nice day. I
Yeah.
get it all the time. I'm a
I was
bartender.
just about to say,
Right.
I mean, being a bartender.
Oh my
We were
God,
talking
you
about that
get
earlier, and I was like-
you get every sob story, you get every Joe Schmo, you get every
I
crackhead, you get oh my God, it's like
You're
honey.
in therapy when you're a bartender.
Listen,
You-
no,
I
I'm
was asking
not.
about
I'll
that.
tell you
They
real
think
quick.
you-
I will tell you real quick. I am not Dr. Phil, and I am not Oprah.
That's what they're looking
Can
at you
I?
at.
What would you like to order?
What do you want to drink? That's what I'm
Listen,
for.
That's all I'm here for. I apologize. Peace and blessings. But that's it. I'm not here. Listen, there's people that do therapy for $100. You sit on the couch
No
and lay
doubt.
down, close
You're
your
not getting
eyes.
paid enough for that.
I don't
I
have
just wanna
time
know
for
if
that.
you want ice or
Yeah, that's it.
chill.
So, Shem, tell me, as discreetly as possible or not, because I think the way you get the most attention, especially when you have a platform such as the one you have, is being as real as possible. If you want the people that are following you or listening to you or seeing you shine like you do, you want them to feel like, can I be her? Like the way that I try to raise my girls, right? To like pursue their dreams, to know that they can go beyond the valleys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the Lehigh Valley. Just what experience was it for you that made you turn that switch? Because that's a lifestyle. That's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you've been on for a while. I've been following you, Melon, talking about following you.
What people have to understand is that even though I've quote unquote been on for a while, I'm still not on. I'm still not where I would love to be, not where I would like to be, where I would love to be. I love the fact that I'm getting so much feedback, but this is not where I'm gonna stop.
Exactly.
I feel like this is just a starting point. People don't realize that Sweat Life itself started in 2015. I started my trademark, I started my design. I've had people do my design and screw it up and take my money more than once. So I put it on the back burner. Then you know what? I said, I'm gonna find somebody, figure it out. I put so
Not
much
give up.
Yeah, I put so much money into it, and I'm still not seeing the money back. So just like any average Joe Schmo, as you said earlier, I'm still at the bottom of the platform. From the outside looking in, it might seem like, dang, Sheima's doing this and Sheima's doing that. Sheima's over here sweating and busting her butt.
Working
Sweat Life for
hard.
real.
Yeah, it's like Sweat
Yeah.
Life for real.
Yeah.
It's because, I still work a regular job. I'm a bartender. I still take care of my kids at the end of the day. But this is not where I'm going to stop.
That's right.
I'm going to continue to go because I want my brand to be big. It started because I was spending so much money at Pink. Buying all this pink stuff. Like if you look at
The
my
fancy.
video, if you look
Yeah.
at my video, it says I was buying all the pink stuff. Like
You
my
were
saw that,
speaking to
yeah.
me when you
Yeah.
spoke like that.
yeah, and when I did the I have my Sweat Life anthem, and in the beginning of the Sweat Life anthem, he's asking me a question. I didn't even know he was recording me, and he's like, "Well, how did Sweat Life begin?" And I said, I was buying all this pink stuff, and I'm thinking, Pink is $1 billion company. Why am I gonna go buy a jacket or just a sweater for $65 when you have this whole outfit on?
Which
for
I'm going to model in a little
$65?
bit. I'm going to make myself
yes,
a model
definitely,
today.
And
Shem.
it's the same quality.
Wow.
So
Great.
You bought this last
Hold
year.
on. I'm so sorry. I do want to touch
ahead.
base on that, Shem, because seriously, I'm going to show you guys what I have on, but this is a year old. It
Yes.
was my birthday present from last year that I wanted so badly. I did. And I wanted so much more, but this is what I got. And this sucker, I've washed it.
Yeah.
I wear it to work out. I wear it to move. It's
I was
the
when she came in with it. I was like,
I'm warm.
I'm like, wow, did you just buy it? You know, I was like, that's how fresh it looks.
Continue. Go ahead.
And you know what's crazy? I have a pair of pink, not to discriminate on them and not to say, but I have a pair of pink sweatpants, and I wore them to the gym, not realizing there was 3 holes in them.
Wow.
I had to leave the gym because there was 3 holes.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
The same exact quality as Nike, Champ,
That's right.
Pink.
No doubt.
Everybody else,
we deserve it
at
too.
a cheaper
Exactly.
price.
Yeah.
Because I know where I came from. I've never had Jordans as a kid.
Yeah, no.
I don't even remember having Nikes as a kid. Not
Right.
that I had Bobos or anything, but
Yeah.
I don't remember ever having name brand things until we literally moved out of the projects.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want somebody else to be like, oh, I can't afford that,
Exactly.
but I like it,
Yeah.
but I can't buy it.
Yeah.
No, I want you to be able to afford this whole outfit
Exactly.
for $65 instead of saying, you know what, I got paid today and I really like that pink sweater.
Yeah, I
No,
could
you
get
like
this
this Sweat
pants.
Life outfit.
That
the
just-
whole
Yeah.
for the same
Beautiful.
quality.
Mhm.
That's what I'm pushing.
That's what's
Beautiful.
And that's what I want people to understand, that this is the same exact quality for cheaper.
Absolutely. Well, Shem, I want you to hang out with us a little bit more, please. We're gonna put your bartending skills to the test.
I'm definitely
See whose
test-
margarita is the best,
testing
and
that.
they're saying that it's not a hard job. They're gonna be more than happy to test the margaritas out. We've got them working hard today.
I think Jay said he
And
wants to
so
be
then
the
I'm
number
gonna
one
let you
taste
do
tester.
your thing here. We're gonna switch from our margarita glasses to the Sweat Life drinking cup.
I'm with that.
I'm in love with
I'm-
this.
oh,
This
I'm
is gonna be
ready.
my-
I'm ready.
This is gonna be my first new cup here.
I think it's gonna taste different.
And I'm
too.
gonna model a little bit of my Sweat Life outfit that I do love
Yes,
so very much. I
definitely.
wear this
I love it
just
too.
by
I really
itself.
do.
I
I
wear
really
the
do.
pants just by itself. I want so much more. And we'll talk about what else she's got coming on, so that you guys can shop. Get your Mother's Day presents. Father's Day's coming up. Get your Father's Day presents. Stay tuned. DJ J over there with the magic fingers. Give the people what they like,
He's ready.
what they love.
I can tell he's ready.
Yeah. All right. Exclusive
Got that
radio,
ready
94.9 FM.
The outlet.
The outlet, Lady D, Miss Mellow,
Hey.
DJ J, Sal, the caterer who's taking care of our food
Yes.
today,
Sheem,
and
dream in the
Sheem, the
building.
dream, el sueño. I love saying it as.
Right? Sweat Life.
So the people are asking all over Facebook Live, Mellow.
Yes, they are.
What they're looking for.
They just want to know how they can get some of this Sweat Life apparel.
You can either go to the website www.sweatlifeapparel.com
Okay.
or click the link in either my bio,
Okay.
which is Sheem_the dream, and it clicks you right to the website, or you can go to the Sweat Life Apparel Instagram, which is sweatlife_apparel.
Okay. And I'm going to put that in the live too, just so y'all can go out there and get some gear. I'm trying to tell you, be different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
In the pre-posts, also like the promo post that we did on the social medias, we put your link in there as well, guys.
That's right.
So if you're listening on the radio and you're not on Facebook Live getting Mello's feedback, or you're driving and you can't write down what Sheem is telling you, go to our outlets pages, and you'll immediately be able to link right to Sheem to get your stuff. You said you have some Mother's Day.
I'm actually gonna do a Mother's Day promo code next
Okay, bet.
week.
Okay.
So it's not even just if you want to buy your mother something, it's just if it's going to be the whole website. It's going to be
great.
a promo code for everything.
Oh, that's great.
So you'll get a discount. And what I do like to do also, since I am local,
Yes.
I do like to do deliveries. Like we can meet somewhere locally,
Wow.
and I will bring it to you so you can save on the tax
Yeah.
and you can save on the shipping.
Oh, that's
awesome.
perfect.
You know,
Yeah,
like
that's perfect.
I'm really trying to make
All my
sure
local heads,
that
write that
people
down.
are saving.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
You know,
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
great.
And they get
That's
to
great.
meet you. That's
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, I'm all about inspiration. You know, Sheem.
I get that a lot, and I'm like, I'm just so
I
regular
know.
she. Like,
That's what you think.
I know, but you know, it's it's important that you know, okay, how bright you're shining. First of all,
and I appreciate it. I really do.
Really, like from day one, I just want you to know that. And I personally had met you before, and for me, it was like, man, she's so cool, like down to earth, and like an
that's
average,
what you're telling me,
you know, so that makes it even more special, you know, because you want to make sure that, yes, strive hard, you know, live big and loud, like I always encourage people to do, but never forget to be genuine, never forget to show love, it makes it more real for the young ladies that are growing up also seeing that, like, wow, like we know Shem, like my daughter, you know what I'm saying, like she knows that you're personally a genuinely good person, and you've got this all going for yourself. It's not just, you know, glitz and glamour, which most youngins would look at and think. You understand? So I feel like it's important.
And speaking of like young women, young ladies that are looking up to you and everything like that, like what would you say would be something that inspires you to get into being a young entrepreneur and brand ambassador?
Oh God!
I know there's a lot of questions. I know there's probably a lot of things that inspired you. You know what I mean? So,
to be honest, growing up, and I hate that what's going on right now. Growing up, I was a huge Cosby Show fan. Oh, super huge Cosby Show fan.
I still am.
So I still am too. Yeah. But it really, really makes me mad. Yeah. What's going on?
Yes. Yeah.
You know, and I don't care what anyone says. I don't think he did it.
Yeah.
And if he did do it, I don't want to say this, but it's true. The statute of limitations is up.
Yeah.
How do you come 40 years later and say, "Hey, I remember"? No, you should have remembered this a long time ago.
That's
you know
funny
what
that
I mean?
You say
it's
that
not, and it's not fair.
So
it's not fair because it's like I feel like it is pulling the race card. Because, you know, if it was a white man who did it, or if it was somebody else, you know, it would be swept under the rug, and maybe they would be paid off or whatever.
It's still being swept under the rug.
Yeah,
for a lot of other,
so
you know,
it irks me. But back to the question, like the Cosby Show was a really good one for me, and I remember thinking, you know, that's what I want. That I I want to be married forever, and I want to have my kids in the same house, and you know, have fun like them, and you know, teach them goals and morals and standards and structure. And another one I used to sit and watch with my grandmother, who's still alive. She's 76 years old.
Shout out to grandma.
Yeah, she's so crazy. We used to
sit. Good genes
we used to sit and watch the Golden Girls.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's another.
Blanche.
Who was your favorite character? That's a good question.
Blanche was.
Me too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I just gave her
but my favorite character now is the mother, Estelle Getty. Because she reminds me of my grandmother. It's not that she was wise, she was quick, she was smart mouth, and she gave it to you straight, just the way my grandmother does. She'll tell you, you know, what you're doing with that on, why you wearing that, and where you're going, and you're looking like a hoochie mama.
At least give you the consciousness, because you need that.
Yeah, definitely.
Just on a sidebar, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but you know, you are a very beautiful woman.
Thank you.
You are very comfortable in your skin, and you don't shy away from dressing the way that you want to dress, no matter where you're going, you know, and that whole perception of if I dress this way, then I'm this way.
It took me a very long time to get like that, though. In 2013, I came up with Skin So Comfortable It's Natural, because it took me a very long time to feel comfortable in my skin, you know, and I don't really elaborate on the black heart as we discussed. People don't know the meaning of it. So to break out of that shell, I had to feel comfortable in my skin. And it was growing up, people don't realize that I'm not Dominican, I'm not Puerto Rican, I'm black.
You would go down that list with you though. Look here,
so I always I would have friends in school, and it would be like, my Dominican friend. I'm like, no, I'm black. then we're not friends anymore. Because I was the black girl that was light skinned, and I was black girl with the good hair. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't understand what the problem is. Yeah. So to me, growing up, darker skin was a problem. Yeah. So I grew up thinking black people are a problem. Yeah. So I had to grow up and realize and regroup myself, not from you or social media or TV, and just realize that all skin colors are beautiful. Exactly. You know, because I grew up with Spanish people. I grew up with, I think, one white neighbor, but they were white and Puerto Rican. There's always that one that gets that card. And then you around. Then when we moved out of the projects, I grew up around all Syrians. Yes. Okay. My whole block was full of Syrians. And then when I went to high school, it was Dominicans and Syrians. So I didn't know. So when I cook, like even now I cook with freaking sazon. I cook with adobo. People tell me that I have an accent, and I'm like, where? I don't have an accent. You know? Oh, well, you look this way, so you act this way, and you cook this way, and I'm like, what? Like, to me, this is just me. It's me. It's good flavor. Yeah, like I don't. To me, it's nothing. Like that. That's just what it is. You know, so I had to really understand that. You know, I love everybody. Yeah. I really love everybody. You see me in the street, is hey, what's up? How you doing? And it's like, it's genuine. It's super genuine. Like people, like I might have that, you know, that face because I don't walk around like la cara. Because then people will think I'm crazy. Like why she always smiling? Because I just rest my face. I just rest my face. But then if I see you, I'm like, hey, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. Or oh, I saw you on Instagram, and I'll smile at you and I keep it moving because it's genuine. You know, but that's just me. I'm just a genuine person. That's what's up. You know, but. That is funny. I mean, that was so a great shout out to Grandma for keeping it real, and you for taking that in and representing that, because you will be that grandma one day, you know, and your daughter will look at your realness and be real. That's what it takes, is changing the generations, man. Being that example. Being that example. It's a fact. Jay, she got a little something for you guys, for the fellas. Talk about online. Yeah. Well, my initial thing was when I came out with Sweat Life that it was going to be a women's apparel. Okay. But then I had so many men asking me, yo, what's up with the men? Can I get a hat? Can I get a shirt? Can I get... And then I realized that women weren't buying as much because they like to go to pink, which sucks. I'm like... Hey, I'm looking at me. I'm cheaper than Pink. I'm cheaper than Nike, and it's the same quality. We're gonna turn the tables on that one, though. You know, so last year I introduced the SL logo, which represents Sweat Life, obviously, but it's in the form of a Superman. Oh, okay. It's a Superman logo. So I introduced that, and I did sweatsuits, and they sold out in 1 week. That's what's up. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, oh, dang. And you know, it's crazy because I'm looking at the inventory for the men, gone. But I'm looking at the inventory for the women, and I'm like, ladies. Come on, ladies. Like, we're supposed to come to that first. Fellas, you got to go buy your ladies something. And that's what I push, too. Like, buy your ladies something. Buy your Mother's Day next week. Anything, you know, buy your mom or somebody. Something. Mother's Day is coming up. Then I started pushing the hats for the men. They started buying the hats. Then this year I introduced more t-shirts, more hats with the new Lyfe logo. Okay. But I want everyone to understand that the new Lyfe logo is unisex. The SL logo isn't unisex. That's just for men. So the Lyfe with the black heart logo, that is unisex. But I'm doing more men's apparel because that's where I'm getting the most so all the men that I have in my live. I know she's coming with it, so I saw the question that said, "You're not doing it for the money." No, I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it for the community. Am I doing it in a sense of for the money because I want to build the foundation for my kids? Of course, exactly. But I want to be so big that I'm able to give back to the community. I want to be able to have something for Allentown. If I say, you know what, 5 years from now, I'm out of here and I'm have this huge platform and I've moved. We're gonna claim it. I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back because we don't have a community center for the kids.
Exactly.
We don't have no rec center.
Like
we don't
back in the
have
day,
like
the
back in the
projects.
day. Yes.
We used to
Shout
go
out to
each other's
Giuliano
parties.
because
You remember
Giuliano's
that?
on the
Yeah,
line.
we used to do the
Boys
parties
and girls
everything.
clubs and all
the
that.
Boys and Girls
Oh,
Club. I
man.
remember. I still have my green card
Girl,
from the Boys and
no.
Girls
You
Club.
should've
I was
brought that.
5 years old.
You should have brought
And you know
memorabilia.
what? I'm gonna post it. I'm
Yes,
gonna
please
post
do.
it. I'll
Tag
post
it.
it.
We're gonna look out for that. That's
For
a
real.
throwback.
So like that's a really huge thing for me because it's like
We got you, Rick.
it's like I when I'm working, I don't have somewhere to send my kids. Like, listen, go to the rec center for an hour or two, and I'll get off of work and I'll come and get you.
Yeah.
You don't have that anymore. So that's a huge thing for me. So
Yeah.
so no, it's not about the money per se for me to build a platform just for me. It's about building that platform for the community because this is where I grew up at.
Guys,
That's
this
what's
is why you want to support your local, and you're beyond local, but the fact that you're repping it.
Yeah.
This is why you want to support your local businesses, right? Not only
right,
that
that's
whole
right.
black and minority dollar process that we want to create, this recycling. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Our money in our own, within our own community, but it's also the fact that we send our brand ambassadors out into the world, and then they show light to where you're from.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
bring back to where you're going to be raising your kids, your grandkids for the next,
Exactly.
15 years or what have you. That's where you really want to do for your people,
Very
for
important.
yourself.
Yeah.
Very important.
And last year, like I did a breast cancer awareness logo, and of course, I'm fresh, so this is not like revolving money that I'm selling this. No, it's money that's coming out of my pocket.
Yeah.
So I did a breast cancer awareness logo, and I got no feedback from it. Mind you, 100% of the proceeds were going to breast cancer awareness, but it wasn't going to Susan G.
Oh,
That one.
yeah,
It
yeah,
wasn't going
Oh,
to that
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
It was going to go to Lehigh Valley Cancer,
Wow.
and it was going back into our community, and I got no feedback from it.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
and Edie's, we were going to do like a small gathering, and Edie's was going to cater,
Yeah.
and their proceeds were going to go over there also, and I got no feedback.
need to do
so
better.
it's
I gotta
like
shout out
we
to
need
Edie's
to
too.
do.
You gotta let us,
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah,
let us
Edie's.
We
know
were at
next time
Edie's
Edie's is
yesterday.
involved.
Yeah.
Shout out to
So
Edie's.
good.
We definitely
their
went by
food is
Edie's
delicious.
yesterday
I
on
love
Cinco de
the
Mayo.
ambiance,
Uh-huh.
too. I took a picture of all the records and everything.
Yeah, I did that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were there yesterday. We definitely had a show of Cinco
Yeah,
de Mayo.
but-
Love
$2
Edie's.
tacos. I was like, what?
Sheem, FYI,
Spread love,
in
it's
the
the Edie's
future,
way.
contact us, baby. Let us be, let's work together because that's really what we want to do. We want to create a relationship with our public, especially our people that we have coming in here shining like you are. Reach out to us, man, because we can do broadcasting live. We want to bring that out to the community so that way we can add. You already have a big platform, but seriously, man,
So let them
That
know.
hurts
Let them
me.
know again the website, how they
Yes.
can get some clothes, how they can get in touch with you. I'm gonna put it on the live for everybody that's looking right now.
www.sweatlifeapparel.com.
Yes.
That's
We
what's
never
up.
have enough time, guys. Do you
That's
feel
what's
that
up.
way?
I know, but we gotta definitely shout out our
We had
guests in the
such a
building.
good
Sheem
time,
the Dream.
Thank you
Sheem.
for
Yeah.
having
so-
me.
I
That
hope
Cosby
it's not
show,
the
that
first
touched
time.
me. It really did.
That touched me, and I feel like
I was gonna
because
wear
we
my
were-
Hillman shirt today.
And real talk, let me tell you something. Real talk, we wanted
know what I
this
mean?
to be the apple tree topic. Like what a show ago, like
Last
we've
week,
been on for a
yeah.
long time.
Yeah.
A show ago, because of how deep that can go in so many different directions.
Oh, it's a
you
fact.
touch a topic that is sensitive about them women doing it or not, and I have an entire perspective on that with the college.
Oh yeah, we have to bring it back. We
We got to bring that back with the college, students and showing up at a man's, famous man's hotel room at 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and then you surprised, that something's going down a different way. That's a conversation to be had. Women need to be held more accountable. We need to be more mindful about our actions as well,
Absolutely.
and the messages that we are sending out.
Absolutely.
How you can be sexy, grown and sexy, and still demand respect.
Yes.
And have that come full circle. So we would love to have you back for that.
Oh, yeah,
but
definitely.
guys, keep an eye out for what's yet to come. The
Yes.
outlet. This is
Sheem
Well,
the
we
Dream in
don't
the
have
building.
enough time, but
Sal
this is
Salia
bigger than
with
just the people that are
tostados.
sitting here. Thank you for everybody that's been
Tostados.
joining. Come in, Sal. Say bye to the people.
Tostadas.
Because Jay gotta send everybody off the
Yeah.
right way.
The outlet, exclusive radio, 94.9. DJ J, Lady D, Miss Mello.
Yes.